Hi everybody, this is Joel Kennedy with Kennedy Violins. So today's featured violin is the Antonio Giuliani Primo Violin. So we have several different types of Giulianis. They're all separated by the quality of the wood, the time that was put into the internal carvings of the violin, and the quality of the finish. So the Primo is kind of like in the middle of the Giuliani lineup. Now it has an oil finish, so it's not like a lacquer oil hybrid or something like that. It's a pure oil finish, which is kind of the European tradition pretty much for violins. Now the finish is a little bit more simple than the more expensive Giulianis, but it's a hand rubbed, hand applied, high quality European oil finish. And so it not only looks good, but it makes the instrument sound a lot better because the instrument can resonate a lot better. So with the Primo specifically, I'll point a few things out. So they are all going to have some nice flame on the back. As a general rule, a lot of times the more money you pay, the more beautiful wood that you get. Because the Primo is a little bit more expensive than like the Etude, for example, you're going to get more flame. So it's a more choice piece of wood. It's really nice to look at. It's really beautiful. So that's maple. So the back is maple and the sides are maple as well. So now all of the Giulianis are going to have really high quality, tight grain spruce on the top of the violin, right? So this violin, this wood, like all of our violins, is grown in the higher elevations, the colder climates. So the wood is grown specifically for acoustical instruments, like violins. So you're going to have that nice spruce on the top. You're also going to have a really high quality ebony for the the fittings. So that's the pegs, the fingerboard, and the chin rest. So it looks nice, but it's also super durable because they are kind of wear items, You're also going to get 4 fine tuners. Now the Primo is meant for mostly continuing beginning students, but you've probably been playing for a while. If you buy a Primo, you've probably been playing at least a couple of years. So I say beginner, but maybe not necessarily. But it goes into the advanced or intermediate and then bordering on the advanced player. But a lot of intermediate players are buying this because it offers so much value for the money. But you get that tailpiece that's got the 4 built-in fine tuners. So a lot of the people who are buying this are not super comfortable with doing all their tuning with the pegs yet. So we have this high quality 4 built-in fine tuner tailpiece that's going to make tuning a lot easier, especially for the intermediate players who not super comfortable with just tuning with the pegs. Okay, so one thing that I'll mention about the violin that I mentioned with all of our violins, I'm a bit of a broken record if you've seen my videos before, is the setup. So one of the things that separates Kennedy Violins from a lot of other companies is that we do the final assembly and setup here in Washington State, where I am right now. There's a whole bunch of workers behind me, behind this wall, and they're putting violins together as we speak. So the setup is really important because the setup is going to maximize the potential for your instrument, right? It's going to be easier to play. It's going to be louder. It's going to be more responsive. We want to make sure that it has the warmest sound as possible, right? So setup is really, really important. Okay, so what is the setup? Okay, so you have a sound post inside the violin that you can't see here. But it's really important that sound post fits really, really well to transmit the sound, and we spend a lot of time on that. So the bridge is going to be a genuine French Aubert bridge, which is world-renowned in the bridge world, right? So it's very, very choice wood. The company's been around for a long time. So we make sure that the bridge is fitted very well to the top of the violin, and we make sure that arch is just right. So your string crossings, your double stops, all that stuff works really, really well. We make sure the height of the strings is really good, right? So whether you're in first position, third position, or seventh position, the strings are going to be easy to play. We pay a lot of attention also to the nut, the string spacing on that, the depth of the notches, and of course the pegs. We make sure that these high quality ebony pegs fit the violin really well so the violin is easy to tune, and perhaps most importantly, stays in tune, right? Because that's pretty important. So the Giulianis all come with a full outfit, right? So you get case, bow, rosin, everything that you need. You get your violin, you'll be ready to go. Now the case in particular, it's going to be a full oblong, high quality case. So you're going to have tons of storage, even for your sheet music, and it's a full suspension case, so it provides a lot of protection for your instrument as well. So if you guys have any questions about the Giuliani line of violins or any other violin, just give us a call here at Kennedy Violins. Remember, we're all players and teachers here at Kennedy Violins, so we know what we offer the public, right? So you just let us know, what do you need in a violin? If you want the violin customized, hey, I like this fine tuner, I like this tailpiece, fine. Since we put the instruments together, it's no problem for us. Most of the time, we don't even charge you extra. So you just tell us what violin you want or what your needs are, and we'll make sure you get the violin that you need. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. See you later.